Are you stuck? Because if you're stuck, we're screwed. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be trying the new Tarantula Cribs 360 enclosures. But before we get into that, I wanted to say heckin' thanks. Thank you to everyone who has purchased a Wednesday plush. So in order for these to actually be manufactured, we needed to sell 200 within the 21 days that they're available. But we surpassed 200 the very first night that it came out. I could not believe it. It literally was insane. I don't even know what to say. It was crazy. So thank you so much to everybody who supported the campaign. After the campaign ends, they will not be remade. They will not be remanufactured. So if you want one, go get one. But yeah, thank you. So this is the 360 Fossorial Tarantula Cribs. So let's take a first look together. Okay, so these are like packaged really good. Wow, so this is the Fossorial one, and as you see, the ventilation is up at the top. Do I have a measuring thing? I do. I somehow, for some reason, have this measuring thing handy, which is like a first. Okay, so this is over like 5 inches of substrate that you're gonna be able to fit in this. For the size tarantula that this is catered to, that is like a lot of substrate. So this is a really cool thing. It also has this like little tab on the top. Magnets, of course. And you can also get lids for them with more ventilation if you want more, depending on how much humidity you want in it. So let's see if the arboreal looks any different. I would imagine the ventilation would just be like different. Okay, awesome, yeah. So this one is pretty much the exact same, but it just has more cross ventilation on the sides. So I actually am noticing now that in the front, there's no ventilation. So you can still look from all sides, obviously, but the ventilation is only going to be on the sides for that nice cross ventilation, plus some extra in the back, which is really cool. So yeah, and the same lid, same concept. I've got one more. And so we have another fossorial, which is perfect. So I have 2 terrestrial / fossorial tarantulas to rehouse and an arboreal. So let's get into the rehousing. First, let's do one of the fossorial ones. And we're gonna start off with something a little easy. I wouldn't say easy, but right here we have my Tarantula Kat Shidori. She's not the friendliest, but she's not the worst we could be dealing with right now. So first, let's set up her little enclosure. So I put a bunch of substrate in this. That is a lot of substrate. I actually went shopping a while ago. So I got 2 different like forest floors to choose from. This one's bamboo, which I think is pretty cool. I haven't done that one before, but I'm gonna do this one. Oops, just mix it up. I also have some springtails, finally. I've been out of springtails for so long. It's nice to finally have some again. Awesome. Okay, yeah, I think that this is a nice little upgrade. From this to this, definitely more room to burrow, which this species does like to do. Most Tarantula Kat species will burrow if you give them enough substrate to do so. Actually, most terrestrial tarantulas, to be honest, will become fossorial if you give them enough substrate. Almost any terrestrial would appreciate this. So it doesn't have to be just a fossorial species. Literally any terrestrial species would probably appreciate this much substrate. Just my opinion though. I mean, what do I know? Okay, let's go. Okay, so I see the little feet. I wonder if I could just do this, you know? Nope. That just made them go the other way. Like kicking hair and very angry. Ta-da! I do not know how Tarantula Kat Shidoris are not more popular. They are all black as adults, relatively docile, you know, like any Tarantula Kat, they will kick hair, but I mean, it's not any worse than any other, like a curly hair. But they are just this really pretty black color, and I don't understand how they're not more popular. Let me see if I can get a close-up for you guys. But check that out. Like, isn't she super pretty? Just velvety black. I mean, I guess there is a little bit of red in their abdomen, but just like the Grammostola pulchra, as they get larger, they'll get darker. I just don't understand how they're not more popular. There we go. All right, so that is one done, and we've got two more to go. My Simulpaeus pulcher. This thing has grown a ton. I kind of forget that it exists sometimes, to be honest. It has actually grown from a tiny sling into a pretty decent looking large sling slash juvenile. Probably could eat. I think it molted recently. I removed the substrate actually and just flipped it, hoping that it would come up, since I was dumb and I hot glued this piece of cork in, which is really probably going to complicate things, but we're just gonna do our best. The best is all we can do, right? Okay. Be a little generous on the substrate. They do like to incorporate some substrate into their little web nest. So yeah, I'm not gonna do springtails for this one. This is a great piece of cork bark for a Simulpaeus because they're gonna be able to build behind it. See, just like in this one, it'll be able to do it, but I, obviously have a bigger piece. I need a water dish. So I actually got 3 waters. Little one of water too. The reason why I'm doing these like light little deli waters is because since they are probably going to be burrowing, if the burrow collapse, this little deli cup isn't going to be very heavy and it's not going to hurt them. As for this one, I realize this is arboreal, but it kind of seems silly to use a corner dish on a 360 enclosure because there's no corner. So no. I guess moment of truth. Let's try to poke this one out. I don't think this one is like mean or anything. It's just, it's not gonna want to come out, pretty much. No! How does this even fit there? I hate that for you. I hate that for you. Oh my God, I hate that for you. Get out, get out. Can you back up? Are you stuck? Are you stuck? Because if you're stuck, we're screwed. Please tell me okay, good. Good, 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 good. Don't ever do that again. Oh my God. Going in the right direction. I wish I had something like bendy, you know what I'm saying? Go the right way. Oh, oh, oh. Yes, kinda. Going the right way. Perfect. Perfect. Woo! High five. I suck at rehousing arboreals and this went so smoothly right down there to the very bottom. So no good shot today, but we did get it from point A to point B. So yeah, this is really cool. I really like this. So I did see some people say, well, this doesn't have corners for them to web up. Trust me, a Simulpaeus like this does not need a corner. Just a piece of cork like this is more than enough. And also, it's kind of weird because I see people keep like all kinds of arboreals in like little food containers that are circular, so I don't see how this is any different. I think there is a time and a place for circular enclosures, don't get me wrong. Like, could I put a jumping spider in here? Yes. But if I put a jumping spider in here, I feel like I would need to add like one of those little hides, like one of those magnetic hides for the top, because they really do like to web to the top of the enclosure. But I do think that the Tarantula Cribs medium tree houses is like the perfect enclosure for Phidippus regius. Like, that is my #1 choice. But this would work too. I just feel like the one with corners is a better choice for them because they're gonna want to use a corner. But for something like a Simulpaeus or even a Poecilotheria, this is perfect because they typically like to make their homes behind the cork bark anyway, and they don't really web up here. That's just my opinion. I think this works great for some species, and I think it looks really nice. Is it for every arboreal species? No. One more to go. All right, we're gonna do something like this. So So I've taken like a really nice big piece of cork and I have half buried it into this. I really like these. I think this is called lichen. I think so, but I love when that is on the cork bark. It makes it look so cool. All right, so we're gonna add a little bit more substrate, not covering it up, but just a little more. Okay, there we go. All right, dude, this is gonna be the happiest. This is gonna be the happiest M robustum that has ever lived. Like, this is gonna love it. Yeah, I actually just picked up this M robustum today. I went to the pet store for a couple things and I saw this and I thought, wow, that's a really pretty one and it's a good size and everything. And it just looked like it needed a new enclosure too. And I just got these from Tarantula Cribs, so I had to, you know, had to. All right, so I think this is looking great. I'm gonna put the water dish right up here and this looks super cool. Oh my gosh, I'll get some closer shots afterwards, but let's try getting this one in. This thing has been kicking hair ever since I put it in the car, so we can count on that. Yep, there it goes. Oh, I didn't mean to. There it goes. Kicking hair still. Still kicking hair. Maybe I'll do it with its butt away from me. It's doing its like weird M robustum movements. If you didn't know, these guys have like the weirdest, look at it. Oh my God. These have the weirdest movements ever. I don't know what it is, but when they get mad, apparently they do cartwheels and they have like little spikes on their back legs. Oh my God, stop kicking hair. This is the worst one. Okay, you're gonna have to get out. Oh, keep that shit away from my face. Wow, that is a really pretty M robustum, but I want to stay away from it. I'm gonna give it a minute. We're gonna take a breather, literally. So we got the M Balfouri into the new enclosure. Still kicking hair, stop. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want to get some of these new enclosures, remember to use code KAT10. It'll save you 10% and it also helps me out because it's an affiliate code. So anyway, like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not, and you want to be. Don't forget I have an Instagram, but it's probably way too much. It's at Tarantula.Kat. You can go follow me there. I also have a Patreon podcast and a Teespring. It is all linked down below and I will see you guys soon. Let's get into the Patreon pet pics.